Chosen one, the silence around you is not ordinary. It is the kind of silence that feels alive, as if the universe itself is pausing to watch you. This is no coincidence. This hour is not random. You were not brought here by chance or by mistake. Heaven itself has aligned this moment, woven the threads of time, and whispered into eternity that you were meant to stand here now. That is why everything feels sharper, heavier, almost electric. Because this is not just another season, it is the hour chosen for you, the one that cannot be delayed, denied, or given to another. Before we dive deeper, I want you to hold on to this moment with both hands. Watch this video until the very end, because there is something in these words that will unlock something within you. And I encourage you, write your warmest wishes in the comments and seal them with 777. This is more than a symbol, it is an energy, a declaration that you believe wishes can come true, that you are aligning yourself with the current flowing through this hour. Together we create a wave that resonates far beyond this screen, and it will return to each of us multiplied. The truth is, you have always felt that something about your journey was different. You could never fully blend in, never fully silence that inner knowing that there was more to your calling, more to your timing, more to the weight you carry in your heart. That weight is not a burden, it is a seal from heaven that you were chosen to stand when others would fall, to rise when others would give up, to carry light even in moments when everything seemed cloaked in shadow. That is why you survived storms that should have broken you. That is why you endured nights of silence that seemed endless. You were not being ignored, you were being prepared. A preparation never feels glorious while you are in it. It feels like breaking, like being stretched beyond your limit. But every crack in your soul was carved to hold more light. Every delay that felt cruel was actually shaping your strength. And now here you stand at the hour of convergence. The things you thought were wasted time suddenly reveal themselves as training. The detours that frustrated you now prove themselves to be alignment. Heaven does not waste pain, and the proof is that you are here, stronger and sharper than you have ever been, ready to walk through the hour that was written with your name on it. This hour carries both urgency and promise. Urgency because it will not last forever. Promise because everything you need has already been planted within you. You are not waiting for permission. You are stepping into recognition. Recognition that heaven has already chosen you, already equipped you, already aligned the timing. That's why resistance has been so strong lately, because the enemy always senses when your moment is near. The closer you are to breakthrough, the louder the distractions become. But do not be fooled. The storm that tries to intimidate you is proof that you are standing at the threshold of transformation. There is a shift in the atmosphere around you, and you can feel it even if you cannot fully explain it. Opportunities that seemed locked are now cracking open. People who doubted you will soon have no choice but to witness what unfolds. But this is not about their recognition, it is about your obedience to the call. Heaven has chosen you for this hour, not for applause, not for validation, but because your courage is needed in this precise alignment of time. Your voice, your steps, your decision to rise, these are what will change not just your life, but ripple outward in ways you may never fully see. Think of the countless souls tied to your courage. Every time you step into your calling, you light a path for someone else. Every time you move forward despite fear, you unlock a chain for another. This is why heaven chose you for now, because you were willing to endure, to carry weight, to prepare when no one was watching. And now the stage is set, the signals are undeniable. The window of this hour will not remain open forever. You must choose to move, to step into the unfolding, to seize the moment that will never come again in exactly this way. And when you do, you will realize something profound. You were never waiting for heaven to choose you. Heaven had chosen you all along. You were waiting to choose yourself, to finally believe the truth that has been whispered to you in the quiet hours. And once you step into that truth, everything shifts. Fear loses its grip. Doubt loses its volume. The hour unfolds, and you begin to see that this was not just a season. It was the reason you were sent here. The hour you have entered carries an unseen weight. It is not the kind that presses you into the ground, but the kind that awakens you to realize every step is charged with meaning. You notice details others overlook. You feel the pulse of time in ways others dismiss. It is as though the world is draped in a veil, but cracks are forming, and through them, light is pouring into your vision. That light is not random. It is heaven reminding you that the veil cannot hold much longer. The moment you were crafted for is unfolding, and the proof is in the restlessness within your spirit. Every hidden season of your life was not without purpose. The silence that made you question yourself, the delays that tested your patience, the losses that broke you, each was a brick in the foundation being built beneath your feet. You could not see it then because foundations are always hidden, but now, as you begin to move into this hour, you realize how solid it is. Others may crumble because they were never tested, but you endured long enough to be refined. The trials did not disqualify you, they certified you. Heaven knew you would survive what others could not, and now that resilience becomes your weapon. It is no accident that opposition has risen at the same time opportunity has opened. Every distraction, every attack, every unexpected storm is proof of your proximity to breakthrough. Darkness does not waste its energy on those with no purpose. It has fought you because it fears what happens when you fully realize who you are and step into this hour. That is why so many of your battles made no logical sense, why the weight came when you least expected, why the resistance appeared in places you thought were safe. It was never random, it was strategy. But what darkness did not calculate is that its attacks only sharpened you further, teaching you how to endure fire without breaking. There is a clarity rising now that cannot be silenced. The signals are everywhere, in conversations, in dreams, in the strange alignments of timing that make you pause. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. The universe does not shout, it whispers. And when the whispers multiply, you know you are being positioned. You were never abandoned, never overlooked. The silence was simply space for you to grow, to stretch, to prepare so that when the hour came, you would not stumble unready. And now here you are, ready though you may not feel it. Readiness is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move anyway. You must understand the magnitude of this hour. It is not just about your personal breakthrough, it is about alignment on a cosmic scale. When you step forward, it is not only your destiny that shifts, it is the destinies tied to you, the lives connected to your obedience. You carry influence you cannot yet see, and every act of courage releases ripple effects beyond your imagination. That is why hesitation is so dangerous. To delay is to not only hold yourself back, but to withhold from countless others what they could only receive through your courage. This is why heaven chose you, not because you were perfect, but because you were willing. Willing to endure, willing to wrestle with questions, willing to rise again after falling. Heaven does not search for the flawless, it searches for the faithful. And you, through every stumble, every scar, every long night, proved that you would not quit. That is why you are standing in this exact alignment now. The hour has come and you are no longer waiting for it. It has been waiting for you. You may feel as though you are walking into the unknown, and in many ways you are, but understand this, heaven has already walked ahead of you. The path is prepared, the resources aligned, the strength planted within you. You are not stepping into emptiness, you are stepping into fullness. That is why your spirit feels the weight, because deep down, you know that once you move, nothing will ever be the same again. Do not mistake the stillness of this hour for inactivity. The silence is not emptiness, it is charged, brimming with potential energy, waiting for your step to release it. You are standing in a room where every wall is ready to shift the moment you choose. The locks are already broken, the doors are already loose. All that is required is the courage to push. And when you do, the flood of momentum will carry you faster than you can imagine. This hour is not endless. It was written for you, but it was also written for now. To hesitate is to risk watching it pass into memory, but to act is to seize the once-in-a-lifetime alignment of heaven's design. You do not need more signs. You do not need more reassurance. You already know. You already feel it. The trembling in your chest, the quickening in your spirit. That is confirmation enough. Now it is only a matter of decision, and so as you breathe in the weight of this moment, let the fear remind you that you are alive, that you are close, that you are standing exactly where you are meant to be. Heaven has chosen you for this hour, and nothing, not doubt, not darkness, not delay, can take that from you. The only question left is whether you will claim it. There is a weight in the air now that feels unlike anything you've carried before. It is not the heaviness of despair, but the density of destiny. You can sense that every breath you take echoes with significance. Every thought you entertain becomes part of the architecture of what unfolds next. The ordinary world seems to blur at the edges while the unseen realm presses closer, more tangible than ever. This is the collision point between what has been hidden and what is about to be revealed. The hour you are in is sacred because it is unrepeatable. It has been written into time for you and only you. It cannot be transferred to another, and it cannot be postponed indefinitely. The alignment of circumstances, signals, and strength inside you was designed precisely for now. If you step forward, the seal of heaven affirms your movement. If you hesitate, the silence that follows will not be punishment, but it will be absence. An absence is heavier than any trial you've ever faced. That is why you feel this urgency, why every fibre of your being screams that this moment matters. Because it does. All of creation recognizes when a soul is standing at the edge of its defining hour. The resistance intensifies, the distractions multiply, and the weight of fear grows louder. It is not because you are weak, but because you are moments away from a shift that darkness cannot reverse. The unseen forces that have fought you so long sense that their grip is loosening, and they throw everything at you now in desperation. But desperation is a sign of defeat, not of victory. The louder the resistance, the closer your release. This is why hesitation is so dangerous. It feels small in the moment, like a pause to catch your breath, but in truth it is the very thing that can shut the door. Windows close not with chaos, but with silence. They slip away while you are waiting for certainty, and by the time you notice, they are sealed. That is why you must act while the signals are still alive, while your spirit still burns, while the alignment still pulses around you. Action is the key that opens what fear tries to lock. The step you take now will not only change your path, it will alter your identity. You will no longer be the person who waits, who wonders, who second guesses. You will become the one who moves, who acts, who trusts the unseen enough to walk into it. And that shift in identity is what heaven has been shaping in you all along. Everything you endured, every tear you shed, every battle you fought in silence, it was not to make you stronger only, it was to make you decisive. Because strength without decision is wasted, but strength joined with courage becomes unstoppable. There is a seal being pressed upon this hour, and it is not placed by human hands. It is heaven's mark, declaring that what begins now will ripple into eternity. The decisions you make in this moment are not small. They will outlive you. They will shape generations. They will open doors for others, just as others once opened doors for you. This is why the weight feels almost unbearable, because it is not just about you. It never was. You are the carrier of something larger, something meant to ignite beyond your lifetime. The urgency you feel is sacred. Do not run from it. Do not try to quiet it. Let it fuel you. Let it remind you that you are alive in a time unlike any other. The very fact that you are here, that you survived what you did, that you are hearing these words is proof that you are not late. You are right on time. Heaven has not missed you. The hour has not passed you by, but it is closing, and the window will not remain open forever. That truth is not meant to scare you. It is meant to awaken you. Look back for a moment at everything you have endured. You thought some of it would break you. You thought some of it had no purpose, but now you see it differently. Now you understand that each moment was weaving together into this hour. The delays that frustrated you, they were timing you. the silence that stretched on too long. It was strengthening you. The battles that nearly destroyed you, they were refining you. Nothing was wasted, and the proof is that you are standing here at the exact threshold for which it all prepared you. This hour is not about waiting for more signs. You have already been given enough. It is not about waiting for fear to leave. Fear will not vanish until you move. It is not about waiting for others to validate you. They will only see clearly after you step. This is about recognizing that heaven has already chosen you, that the moment has already been written, and that the only thing left is for you to decide. The weight you feel is not pressure to perform. It is the pull of destiny drawing you into alignment with who you were created to be. The hour is closing around you, but the future is opening before you. Do not let hesitation write the ending. Step forward and let this be the hour not just marked on the calendar, but etched into eternity as the moment you chose courage over fear, decision over delay, destiny over doubt. The stillness of this hour carries with it a strange duality. It feels both fragile and unshakable. Fragile because you sense the opportunity could vanish if ignored. Unshakable because it carries the authority of heaven itself pressing on your soul with undeniable weight. This tension is not here to confuse you, it is here to wake you. It is the tension of destiny pressing against the limits of time, urging you not to linger, not to hesitate, not to waste what has been reserved for this exact moment. The signs around you are too sharp to dismiss. Doors that once refused to open are suddenly ajar. Conversations you never expected are aligning with your needs. Even the whispers in your spirit are louder now, clearer, insistent, and yet with every sign, there is also resistance, as if shadows are trying one final time to block the light from breaking through. Do not mistake this resistance for rejection. It is simply proof that breakthrough is near. Darkness always fights hardest right before it loses its hold. The journey that brought you here may feel like it was filled with interruptions, but each delay was a hidden design. Every pause was timing you, ensuring that when this hour arrived, you would not be too early, nor too late, but perfectly aligned. You may have hated the waiting seasons, felt abandoned during the silent nights, but if you look closely now, you will see that they built the strength inside you to carry what is coming. Without them, you would not be ready. With them, you are more than ready. You are equipped. There is no turning back from this point. The hour you are standing in is not a door you can walk away from and revisit at will. It is a moment sealed in eternity, designed to alter you forever once you step through. That is why the wait feels irreversible, because it is. Once you move, you cannot return to who you were before. The fears that defined you will lose their grip, the doubts that haunted you will fade, and the person who emerges on the other side will not be the same one who entered. But to reach that transformation, you must act. You cannot wait for perfect clarity. You cannot wait for every fear to disappear. The clarity comes in motion. The courage rises in the stepping. The miracle unfolds not before your decision, but after it. That is why this hour feels like standing at the edge of a cliff. You cannot know the strength of your wings until you leap. And when you leap, you discover that the air itself was always ready to carry you. The heaviness in your spirit is not there to discourage you, it is there to confirm the magnitude of this moment. Heaven does not weigh lightly what it has entrusted to you. The reason the pressure feels so intense is because what is coming will be equally intense in glory. To carry much, you must be pressed much. And you, through all your trials, have been pressed enough to prove that you can hold the weight of this new chapter. The fact that you are still standing is proof enough. This is the point where hesitation becomes the only real danger. Waiting for certainty, waiting for permission, waiting for comfort, all of it risks letting the hour slip away. And once it passes, it cannot be called back. Yes, new seasons will come, but none like this one. This hour is unique, unrepeatable, designed for you. To miss it would be to surrender a once-in-a-lifetime alignment. That is why every signal feels so amplified right now, why your soul feels restless, why you cannot shake the urgency pressing inside you. You are not imagining it, you are not overthinking it. You are standing in the alignment of heaven's design, and the universe itself is urging you forward. The question is no longer whether you are ready. Readiness is not the absence of trembling, it is the decision to step forward despite it. And the truth is, you have already been made ready by everything you endured to arrive here. All that is left is action. Do not underestimate the ripple of one bold decision. A single step into obedience can shift generations. A single act of courage can unravel years of chains. A single yes, whispered in faith, can open doors you never even knew existed. This is why the pressure feels so overwhelming, because the effects of your choice will stretch far beyond this moment. They will echo into places you cannot yet see. And so the hour narrows, the silence deepens, the urgency grows. This is not the time to freeze in fear. This is the time to recognize that heaven has chosen you, that the moment is real, that the wait is holy. Step now, and history will mark this as the hour your life shifted forever. The hour you are standing in is no longer stretching wide before you, it is narrowing. You can feel it in the atmosphere, as though time itself is pulling inward, focusing all of its weight into this precise moment. What was once broad possibility has become sharp urgency. The window is not infinite, and the heaviness pressing against your chest is the reminder that you cannot linger much longer. To stand still now is not neutral, it is dangerous. This is the edge where destiny is decided. You have carried the preparation, the silence, the battles, the refinement. Now you carry the responsibility to act. There comes a moment when knowledge must become action, when faith must become movement. That moment is now. The temptation to delay whispers that tomorrow might be safer, that waiting will bring more clarity, that one more sign will remove all doubt. But you already know the truth. Clarity is not given before the step. It is given after. The signs have already been enough. The hesitation left is not about information, it is about courage. And courage is not the absence of trembling, it is the decision to move while trembling. The universe does not respond to fear, but it does respond to faith disguised as action. That is why every fibre of your being has been tested, to prove that you could still step forward even with shaking hands. The hour is narrowing so that you will not have room to drag fear with you. The window is pressing you into a decision that demands faith over comfort, action over delay. The unseen resistance knows this too. That is why the weight has grown heavier, the distractions louder, the temptations stronger. Every attempt to make you believe you are not ready is not random. It is the enemy's last effort to steal what it knows it cannot stop. Shadows press hardest right before dawn, because dawn is what ends them. That heaviness pressing against you now is not proof that you will fail. It is proof that you are moments away from breakthrough. The closer you are to stepping into what is yours, the louder the battle becomes. But this is where you must hold your ground. Do not misinterpret the pressure. It is not there to crush you. It is there to confirm the magnitude of what comes next. Heaven does not assign weight without intention. The very fact that this moment feels unbearable is the evidence that what lies beyond it will be unstoppable. The pressure is proportionate to the promise, and you have been prepared to withstand both. This hour is not just about personal transformation, it is about alignment on a cosmic scale. What you decide now will ripple outward into the lives of others. Your act of courage will unlock chains for people you do not even know. Your decision to step forward will create openings in the atmosphere that future generations will walk through. You may feel small, but you are carrying something immeasurably large. That is why heaven pressed you through years of refining, because the weight you carry is not just yours, it is for those who come after you. The temptation in these final moments is to think you can afford a little more time, but time is the very thing you do not have. The narrowing of this hour is proof that delay is no longer an option. Waiting is not safety, it is surrender. To stand still now is to let the window close with you still outside, and once it closes, this alignment cannot be recreated. Yes, there will be other moments, but none like this, none carrying this weight, none prepared with this precision, none chosen for this exact hour. That is why hesitation is the true danger. Step, even if you feel unready. Step, even if fear still clings. Step because the hour demands it, and when you do, you will discover what was hidden all along, that heaven had already paved the way. The strength will rise as you move, the clarity will come as you act, and the resistance that feels so heavy will collapse like paper walls. What felt like immovable barriers will reveal themselves as illusions the moment you step through them. This is the paradox of destiny. It looks impossible until you act, and then it proves itself inevitable. This hour is sacred. Do not let it pass into memory. Let it become the turning point, etched into eternity. The narrowing of time is not here to punish you, it is here to sharpen you, to force you into clarity, to push you into courage. Everything you endured has led here. Every delay has timed you. Every battle has prepared you, and now the only thing left is action. Do not waste what heaven has chosen for this hour. Step forward and let the weight become momentum, the silence become clarity, the trembling become strength. Once you move, you will never look back and wish you waited longer. But if you delay, you may carry the echo of this missed moment for years. This is why it feels so final, because it is. The hour is closing, but the future is opening, and it will not wait forever. The narrowing of this hour has reached its end. What once felt like an open horizon is now a razor's edge, sharp and unavoidable. You can sense that the atmosphere itself has shifted, that time is not stretching out endlessly anymore. The opportunity is no longer approaching. It is here, standing in front of you like a door that will not wait forever. The weight you feel in your chest is confirmation of this truth. You have arrived at the final threshold. You can no longer hide behind preparation. You can no longer comfort yourself with the illusion that you are still waiting for clarity. The silence you once dreaded has already spoken, and its voice is unmistakable. The signs have multiplied, the restlessness has intensified, and the pull inside you has grown undeniable. This is the moment everything in your journey was shaping you for. The time of wondering is finished. The time of choosing has come. This is why everything feels heavier now than ever before, because final moments always carry final weight. You are not just deciding a step, you are sealing an identity. You are choosing whether to remain who you were or to become who you were meant to be. That is why hesitation feels unbearable now, because hesitation would mean betrayal, not just of the future, but of everything you endured to get here. To delay at this point is to waste the scars, the battles, the sleepless nights that all serve to prepare you. The weight is not here to crush you, it is here to remind you of the magnitude of what you're about to step into. And once you step, you will feel it. The pressure will break, the fear will dissolve, the silence will transform into momentum. You will realize that the wall you thought was in front of you was never real. It was only hesitation given shape. The moment you move, it collapses, and the way forward reveals itself as if it had always been waiting. You will understand then that you were never powerless, that the power was always in your decision. This is the truth of destiny. It demands action. It does not reward the one who waits endlessly. It rewards the one who dares to move. Heaven did not choose you to stand still. It chose you to step, to rise, to embrace the discomfort of the unknown and trust that you will be carried. The trembling in your body is not weakness. It is energy gathering, preparing to launch you into the next chapter. Fear is only the echo of the life you are leaving behind. Courage is the voice of the life waiting ahead. The window will close, but not with you on the outside. It will close behind you, sealing the past where it belongs. You will not be able to return to the old version of yourself, and that is the point. Transformation is never about returning. It is about crossing over. And once you cross, everything changes. The doubts that held you will no longer control you.